Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island All-Stars Season 2, Episode 8.
Listen, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. All the above. I forgot the last one. I thought I did, but it's comment. All the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So the sash game is over.
Okay.
Casey wasn't happy that Gabby didn't give him the passionate sash.
Mm-hmm.
Gabby says that she didn't want to do too much too soon, so she was trying to protect herself.
I don't understand the logic.
Casey would have appreciated the reassurance, and he would have given it to her if he had something positive to give.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie says that tells you Gabby is a bit intimidated by Grace. Ronnie thinks that Tina is fit, and they've been catching each other's eyes, so that's something that he might want to get into.
Hey, I don't know if passionate is what I would have gave you, but I will say this, though. Every night we do be kissing in that bed. And, like, I felt like it's a cop-out just to give it to Curtis. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, stop it. Give me something, you know?
Yeah. Kaz says that it's hard picking herself up every day. Marcel tells her that she has a beautiful soul and don't take it like this means something because she got all the negative ones, but she also got fit.
Okay.
Kaz is letting it get to her because she just wants to be in a happy couple.
I understand that, Kaz. And it's not your fault that you was the target of Ekin's, like, wrath. You know what I'm saying? Ekin came and played the game, and you just so happened just to be a person that just got caught up in that whirlwind,
Mm-hmm. So Luca and Scott. Luca called Scott vanilla because he's holding himself back a bit with everything. Luca would like him to just enjoy things with Tina. Scott tells him this is me and how I am in the real world. He is enjoying getting to know her at his pace. And Luca is telling her just go kiss her. And Scott says not yet. Luca, we don't need advice from you.
I'm about to say, who have you kissed?
You took Tina in the middle of the villa to kiss her in front of people so that way Ronnie and Scott can just, big up you or whatever.
Ronnie and Casey,
yeah, can big up you. And that wasn't anything legitimate. It wasn't anything to where you're actually forming a bond with somebody. So no, Luca, Scott's not just going to be doing random stuff. He's actually trying to get to know this girl.
And Luca, why would I take advice from you? Like, I got the girl. You don't got the girl. Based on what y'all told me his last serious relationship was another Love Island girl. So basically you only get girlfriends when like producers bring girls on the show. Other than that, you haven't shown yourself or proved to us that you can like court someone and actually like keep them. You know what I'm saying? So Luca, thank you, but no thank you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Ronnie asked Elma what's on her mind. Elma says, you said you were glad you kissed Kaz. Just wanted to make sure that, you were making the right decision. And Ronnie tells her it's early on. He doesn't want to put a title on anything.
Ooh.
Ronnie calls Ron a geezer because Elma shares that he thought that Elma overreacted to the situation. Ronnie has been honest about everything, but he feels maybe Ron is jealous because he doesn't have the full Ronnie name.
Okay, I mean, listen, Ronnie, sure. Like, here's the thing, Elma. Like, even though you may act like or say rather that you're not wiped up, you are giving off very insecure right now because you haven't put in the work in just a short period of time to talk to anyone else. So even though you're not wiped up, and guess what? I know you're probably new to Ronnie. Be used to it being no title, okay? Because this is just this is par for the course for Ronnie. You get what I'm saying? So like Elma, I think you should really just like start to read the signs now.
I think that when it came to Ron talking to Elma, I really didn't think he did anything wrong.
Me neither.
I think that he told her that, I wasn't sure about you based off of your reaction and you're acting like you're wifed up. I really don't think that's something crazy to say. Maybe the guys aren't supposed to be chatting with the women in that type of way.
It's kind of like dirty macking.
Yeah. So maybe but I didn't think that he said anything wrong about Ronnie. I think he was just saying, Elma, you was doing too much. And to me, I felt like Ron was putting himself kind of like digging a hole for himself with Elma if he wanted to be into her, because he was low key coming at her a little bit for her actions.
That's true.
So I hear what Ronnie's saying, but Ron really didn't say anything about him. I felt like in order for them to have a one-on-one conversation, maybe Ronnie just didn't want him to speak on his situation at all.
Makes sense.
So we get to Grace and Naz.
Oh,
she
boy.
pulled him to the side, and Naz is asking, how do you let guys know that you like them or flirt with them? Grace doesn't really know how to answer that, but she would like to know more about him. They start talking about cats. That's about it.
You telling me whole time he got a beautiful woman across the villa, he for one, what type of question is that to ask a woman? Like how do you let a guy know you like him? Just so I know I ain't missing any signs. You did not miss any sign, Nas. Okay. First of all, Grace is never that funny. The fact that I saw all of your teeth laughing at this woman is crazy, and the fact that you bonding over cats. Listen here, I understand that we have to get the boys off the island, but get the cat boy off the island as well too. Because in the meantime, you got a woman over here talking about. I know he's a slow burner, but like he don't even hold my hand. No, it's more than that. He don't like you. It's just what it is. He's not into you because he's laughing with Grace about whatever Grace was talking about. I never know Grace to be funny, and I saw last season. You get what I'm saying?
So Gabby and Casey chat. Casey is shocked that she did not choose him for passionate. They've been passionate with each other, and he would have liked some reassurance that he's doing the right thing. Gabby tells him his feelings are valid. She did have her guard up and didn't want to come across too strong. She brings up how Casey was gassed up after the conversation with Grace, information that she received from Olivia via Marcel. But Casey tells her the only one who was really gassed up was Luca.
That is true.
The only thing I really have to say about that is I get where Gabby's coming from, and I get where Casey's coming from, and I felt like it was a good conversation. I felt like Gabby wasn't defensive. I felt like India was very defensive, and it heightened the issues that she had with Scott, where it didn't need to be as big of a deal as it was. So I feel like Gabby and Casey, they're like on a good smooth path, even though they're getting a little bit of hurdles here and there.
You think Casey would still like be interested in her though?
Gabby, yeah, I think that he was mad and irritated, but I think Gabby handled the situation well.
Agree.
So Luca and Olivia, he's telling her, so I guess we're in the friend zone.
See what I mean?
And she tells him, well, if there's anyone that you want to go for, you really should just go for it. Luca also thinks that she should go for what she wants. Olivia says her top two were Luca and Marcel. Marcel is more direct, which she did like. And Luca asked, do you think I need to be more direct? And she was like, yeah. He hasn't explored things enough with anybody, and she thinks he needs to try. But Olivia does like his eyes.
What was the mood you was feeling when these two was talking?
I wasn't seeing the flirtation. I know they felt it, and maybe it was something that they felt after she complimented his eyes. But Luca like doesn't look people in the face too often. It's like he's looking far off and looking around, and you know what I'm saying, like slumped in the chair. And then the first thing he says to her is, "We're in the friend zone." So he's not even like really trying to get to know her or flirt with her or anything. So if I were Olivia, I would think you just weren't into me. But Luca can feel something, but want to put it on you to make the move is what it's looking like. And I've seen a lot of the people's comments talking about Luca's experience before with Gemma and how he was too attached too quickly and how it didn't work out for him. So maybe he's just a little bit scared right now. I hear y'all, but I don't have empathy for Luca.
Wow. Come on.
I don't feel bad for and okay, he apparently got some backlash, which is not fun to get backlash from a whole country. All right, that I'll say is wrong.
The UK was against Luca.
Yeah, I'll say that was wrong. But I will say that this is a new experience, and it would have been nice for him to come in just to have a good time, and he is just so like fearful and defensive. It's not fun to watch. It's really not.
Well, so. you have to learn how to read it. You have to learn how to read the situation, Blair. Like what Luca's doing is he's flirting, but he's flirting in a kid way, right? He's basically saying, I guess I'm in the friend zone. So now he kind of put the onus on her to basically tell him that you're not in the friend zone. Now, the thing that made it seem flirtatious or like a conversation that was kind of like, she said, and I'm going to paraphrase, that Marcel wasn't really her choice, but it's the fact that he was direct, meaning that, hey, he was kind of like the fish that kind of just jumped in the boat and I ain't throw back. But if it was up to me, I would have chose you, Luca. And that's what got Luca feeling like, really? But the thing about Luca is he don't know how to close. And those are the ones that you think get the girl because they always talking to girls. You know, Luca's always surrounded by girls. He's always talking about girls, always talking to girls. But at the end of the day, he goes home with vomit all over his shirt because he threw up on himself.
Okay.
Because he just don't know how to close. You get what I'm saying? The girl can say I like you. The girl can say like you was my first choice. The girl can say I like your eyes. And he was just just pee the bed. It's just like, how did you miss these lobs that she's throwing at you? So even though it may have been a little flirtatious, I don't trust Luca to know how to close at all.
So we move on to Ron and Kaz.
Yeah.
He asks where she sees herself in 5 years. She wants to be a mom of 2 boys. He wants to be a girl dad. Kaz talks about how she shaved her hair off for charity for girls who have alopecia. Before they could really get deeper in their conversation, Ronnie comes up and pulls Ron for a chat.
Yeah.
And he wants to address him about throwing him under the bus.
Okay.
Ronnie feels like he's been honest this whole time, and Ron feels like he was just honest on his view about the situation. Ronnie says that, he moved on from the situation, but it's being brought back up, and he's wondering if Ron is just here to annoy him, and it pissed him off. Ron tells him it was just banter. He was not trying to come at Ronnie. He just came in here to enjoy his time.
Listen here, man. Ronnie, I understand that you or Turbo, I understand you are a popular figure based off of last season. But Ronnie, you're not the muscle man. You get what I'm saying? You can't come and check somebody like I heard you been talking about me. I just would have been like, Ronnie, I don't want to be part of your little boys club with you and Casey and Luca and things of that nature. I'm coming in here as a bombshell. You get what I'm saying? This is Love Island.
Yeah.
That's something I've been saying all last season and things like that. Don't come in here and tell me I don't owe you no loyalty, because at the end of the day, this ain't that type of Love Island to where you can be coupled up with me.
Yeah.
Okay? My loyalty is to me. You get what I'm saying?
So we then see Olivia talking to Ekin.
Yeah.
And Olivia's telling her that things are going good with Marcel, but she had a chat with Luca. And there was some type of spark. There was a connection there.
See?
Ekin tells her there's nothing solid with you and Marcel yet, so you should go for what you want. Olivia doesn't know whether to take the risk with Luca or not. And to me, this is another Ekin gameplay. Like, I can see where, yes, we're girls, we're talking, go for what you want. But I think that, especially seeing the opportunity that Ekin and Curtis got to have this episode by going on their date, she's trying to keep everybody a little bit unstable.
Exactly.
So that way she has the most stable relationship and kind of looks like the most positive relationship coming out of the experience. She wants everybody a little bit off kilter is from what I see. Because I think Olivia and Marcel could have got that date as well if they didn't have this issue. So,
Olivia and Marcel?
Yeah.
You might actually be right. Let me tell you something that like you just said that actually made me want to do a PSA for the UK, right? Her attack isn't for this whole time. I'm thinking like, why is Ekin attacking Kaz and attacking India and attacking Scott and attacking even Olivia, like even like all these things? She's not trying to attack them. She's trying to attack y'all.
Okay.
She's trying to attack the whole UK, right? The whole United Kingdom. Voting have just opened, right? Well, it's closed now by like the time this video come out. And she is basically saying, if I make everybody unstable when it's time to vote for the couple, we will be like, well, the only true couple is Curtis and Ekin, right? She's trying to attack me, and I won't let her do it, right? Even though I'm not voting, because, it is what it is, right? But I'm just saying that she's trying to attack the UK voters, y'all, and things of that nature. And I just want to let y'all know, are y'all Ekin fans or are y'all not? And at the end of the day, I think we going to find out very soon if the UK is behind Ekin. Because I think the only likability between that couple is Curtis.
Agreed.
And so that's why I'm like, we go find out tomorrow or the next day after tomorrow if the UK is behind Ekin. And then we go from there.
Yeah, well, Luca...
Protect yourselves.
All right. Well, Luca thinks that he does have a chemistry with Olivia.
Yeah.
He really wants to focus on Grace, and Olivia's more of a mystery. Elma and Catherine chat. Catherine is not feeling wanted.
Wow.
She knows that Naz is a slow burner, and she's adapted to that, but she just wants someone to hold her hand, give her a hug. But she wants Naz to give her what she needs. And Elma explains that we can't teach these guys. They are supposed to be grown men. When it is time to speak up, Catherine says that she will say something. And Catherine, I think you're too late.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you already...
I think you're too late. And I will say this. I know it's only been about a week in the villa. For me, it just feels a lot longer for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess because they're there 24/7. But shoot, if 3 days went by and you don't want to hold my hand, maybe directness isn't always the right path. But I would assume he doesn't like me. If he's not doing those things after being around me and talking to me, then he's not interested in me in that way, slow burn or not.
I'm about to say, you only kissing me whenever you're like dare to.
And maybe I don't respect the slow burners.
Wow.
You know, I think maybe that's just something for me where I'm just like, you're coming to Love Island, and I don't think that everybody needs to be kissing each other down and swapping spit as soon as possible. But the attraction and the affection needs to be shown. Don't let the other person think that you're not into them, and then something happens, Serena, and then you get upset because they're moving along in the process with someone who acts like they like them.
Well, hold on, Blair. This is UK. You talk about USA.
But I'm just saying that across the board for slow burners, make your intentions known. That's all I'm saying.
I'm about to say they probably don't know who Serena is, but it is.
They have to. It was the best season.
But I was of USA, right? of I understand UK. We go stay in the UK. You know, Blair. She's
I'm everywhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
I'm back. What is it? I'm not gonna say that.
Oh yeah, please don't say it, please. Right. Also.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, he's not a slow burner. Don't fall for that. He don't like you.
Yeah.
There's as we about to see, they about to go to bed, and he was basically on the edge of the bed, on the floor, out the frame.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she just asking for a handhold. She just asking for something. I wonder if he bring coffee to her. Maybe he bring her coffee and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, he's over there showing all his back teeth to Grace, while meanwhile, Catherine over here tearing up, talking about can someone hold my hand? Stop it.
Yeah, so it's bedtime. Luca is sharing that he is feeling that spark with Olivia, with some of the guys. Curtis and Ekin making out as they always do.
They always make out.
And now I'm thinking, like, is this another game strategy? Ekin, you know the cameras come out
always
at night.
Kissing.
Y'all can't get a night off?
And listen here, man.
I'm like, I don't see that strong of a connection, honestly. I saw it with her and Davide, and maybe because they were both very fiery personalities, and Curtis just has a different personality. But I don't know. Curtis is just so different, and maybe she really doesn't have a type, but I'm just like, I can't see her really into Curtis for real.
No, listen here.
You think she really is into him?
I can't tell with Ekin.
Okay.
Ekin, prove it to me. Put your head under the cover.
Okay.
Right? Okay. like it's the kissing, because truth be told, if we just view what happens at night, guess who kiss every night too? Gabby and Casey. So they kiss every night. Ekin, Sue, and Curtis kiss every night. So it's like, prove it to me. Put your head under the cover. Okay, that's all I got to say.
Okay, so it's the next day. Luca tells Grace that he is ready for her to sleep upstairs. He only really wants to get to know her, and he was buzzing when she came in. Grace says that if someone likes her, she wants them to make it clear. He's making it clear with his words, but not really his actions. He does want that feeling again of being into somebody. He talks about how he's never been with a blonde girl, but maybe it could be his first and last. And this is where...
he just got throw up on the shirt.
I don't think my mind has changed with Luca, but this I feel like has made me understand Luca a little bit better.
Help me.
He's a lover boy. He's a lover boy. He's a relationship guy. He wants to be in one relationship.
He's a monogamous.
And he is a monogamous man. And I think that is a great thing. And I think he's on the wrong show.
Wow.
And I think that, you could come into the show and that being who you are.
Yeah.
But I think dating multiple people is like really stressful to him. And yeah, I think that's what's going on with Luca as well.
I think Luca might be like, ew, I have to kiss multiple people. He might be a lover boy. He may just be. But my thing is, why don't he use that to his advantage to win the game? Like, and this is what I'm saying when it comes to Love Island, right? Let me go on my little rant for a second, right? Okay. This is Love Island All-Stars. Meaning these are people who has been on the show, who know how the show operates, who knows the game. So I would think they are acting like new contestants to me, right? Meaning it's too slow, right? I would think since they kind of know how Love Island goes with the games, with the fire pit, with the elimination, with the bombshells and things like that, that it would be a little bit more volatile. That'd be a little bit more fast paced, because it's like, hey, you really can't sit down and wait for like your bombshell to come in, or like you are more open to explore connections because you already played this game before. You already tried out this show. So it's not like it's new people coming on. It's actually the veterans of the show. And when I say veterans, I mean like Casey coming back for the third time. So it's like, I will hope that they wouldn't have picked someone like Luca. You get what I'm saying? Like okay, I can understand Luca, you acting the way you acted on your season because that was your first time you was on Love Island. Love Island All Stars, we need the Ekins. We need the male Ekins. You get what I'm saying? The ones to stir the pot and stir the journey and make the show more fast paced because y'all are supposed to be veterans of the show. You get what I'm saying?
So Grace pulls Casey. Gabby is always nervous when this happens.
Yeah, she should be.
Grace doesn't usually date on the outside. She doesn't really put herself out there. But she does tell Casey if he were to slide in her DM, she would reply.
Ooh.
He did notice a piercing on her nipple, and he called her out on it. And she thought it was kind of, cheeky, flirty to her.
Listen here. When red flags don't mean nothing to us, okay? Listen, if that was somebody else and she didn't like him and he wasn't toxic, it would have been like, excuse me, and you probably would have had water thrown in your face, right? But it's the fact that he's dangerous, is the fact that he does what he want to do and he really don't care. That now it's kind of cheeky and flirty and like she kind of giggled to it. So it's like, I understand.
Cass tells Luca that Olivia likes him. Olivia ends up pulling Luca for a chat. And one of the guys, I think it was Scott, I couldn't figure out who said it, but one of the guys is wondering why Luca is holding back. So Olivia and Luca chat. He felt it was, a good chat.
Okay.
The last time that they talked, it was more flirty than either of them expected. She is happy with Marcel. He is mature and would be ready for something. She doesn't know if she's right for Luca. Luca doesn't want to confuse the situation. You're good with Marcel. I'm trying to get to know Grace. And he keeps saying that there is just this weird atmosphere in our conversation. And my only critique, you're going to be like, y'all hate Luca. I do not hate Luca. Luca is just not doing it for me.
Okay.
But Luca, stop saying weird. There's some level of attraction and flirtiness there and chemistry. By you calling it weird, I feel like it's setting it up for Olivia to think that it's something you don't want. Versus when she says, what you mean by weird? And he says flirty. Flirty is not weird. It's just flirty.
Yeah. it's when two people like each other and they do that.
Yeah.
First of all, they go Luca again with vomit all over his chest and things like that. It's like, she acknowledged that it was a flirty conversation. And the thing about it is you over here taking yourself out the game. She did not call it weird.
No.
She did not even object to the conversation. And you're over here investing in someone who you have no grounds with. With Grace, talk about I want to get to know Grace. Well, whole time you could actually get to know Grace while at the same time not letting her know, while you can still build up something with Olivia, while planting seeds of doubt in her head for Marcel. Because at the end of the game, one couple wins this game. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, you can't teach a boy how to be a man. You get what I'm saying? Like he have to go on his own journey.
So Tina and Scott talk. He's liking her vibe and thinks that she has happy energy.
Yeah.
She is happy with her choice and how they've been getting to know each other. She has been waiting for a cuddle, and that kind of gets Scott into gear and says, well, we can hug, let's lay down, let's cuddle. And it seems like they're getting more comfortable with each other.
Is this where they kiss?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna say it now so y'all don't have to hear me say it later. I don't see it for them two. Like that spark of chemistry for Tina and Scott, I see it more for Olivia and Luca. Like Tina and Scott is vanilla. For real. And I put that more on Tina, in my opinion.
Well, Naz feels like he's in a pickle.
What?
Things with Catherine are going well. They're both serious and level-headed. He is having his boxes ticked with Grace. Catherine has allowed him to be a slow burner, but Grace is in here applying pressure.
Huh?
Curtis says maybe you're holding back a bit because there is some type of fire with Grace. Well, things are moving fast with Ekin and Curtis. He's not trying to overthink things, but he is questioning at times, is it moving too fast?
Hey, Nas, whatever your name is. No. Whatever tickling you feel in your boxes is coming strictly because you tickling yourself. Okay.
Pickle. He's in a pickle.
I'm about to say you're not in a pickle, okay?
A conundrum.
You're not in a conundrum. You're tickling yourself. You're nasty. Okay? What is this pressure Grace is applying to you?
She's just talking.
She just there. You get what I'm saying? Literally, like basically whenever she walk by, she say hi and things like that, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I feel a tickling. I feel a pickle."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, no, man, stop it. Stop trying to find a reason to drop our girl Catherine off. Okay.
Yeah, Naz, you're not caught between two women.
No.
And you need to start grafting.
Yeah.
I don't know why you think that the women need to come and hard press you for you to feel like you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
Start talking to people.
Yeah, talk.
That's the only thing that I give Luca over Naz. At least Luca is conflicted. Naz is just here.
Naz is lying to us. Okay. I hear you.
So Ekin gets a text. Ekin and Curtis get to go on their first date. They go to hang out with some alpacas. He thinks that his friends would approve of her and she would like to meet them. He shares that he lives on the countryside. He's milked cows, does bonfires. And she calls him a breath of fresh air and makes her feel vulnerable. He thinks that she is a sweetheart at heart. And Ekin tells him that he brings that out of her. In her past, she has had 4 boyfriends cheat on her. And Curtis tells her he will never cheat and he will be honest with her.
Ooh, here's what I think about this. Ekin might be playing a game.
Yeah.
Ekin might really be playing a game because here's the thing about it. Stop telling me that I'm making you feel vulnerable and just be vulnerable. Like she's saying, it's like she's saying these words to try to get a reaction to get me to be vulnerable because you're saying you're being vulnerable, so I go over me up to be vulnerable. No, be vulnerable. Tell me something about your mama. Tell me something about your daddy. Tell me a secret. You know, tell me something that nobody knows and things of that nature. Show me that you trust this relationship. Show me that you really want to meet my family by sharing something that's intimate to you. You get what I'm saying? Besides saying I'm starting to open up to you. And also, I think Curtis is also. He's kind of telling us what's going on. He's saying it in a joking way, but he says, one by one, I'm peeling that onion and things of that nature. The thing about that is, if you got to peel that much, hey, she may be playing you. You get what I'm saying? I will keep my eye on Ekin. You get what I'm saying? Because whenever Curtis turns his back, she runs off and ends up planting seeds of doubt in everybody else's relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he like, where is Ekin? And she was just right here. And then he's like, oh, hey, hi, Curtis. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't trust her.
Yeah. So Catherine and Elma. Yeah. Elma feels like Ronnie has pulled back. Catherine's theory is that with Grace here, maybe he is reminiscing over his time in the villa before, is thinking about Harriet. And they're not sure, but they don't think Harriet would come back into the villa. If she does, Elma would be nervous.
I would be nervous too if Harriet come back, but that's a terrible theory, Catherine. I'm not saying that you thought that him and Grace had something, but he was like, Grace was close with Harriet and things like that. Men don't care.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, he's pulling back because this is his move. You get what I'm saying? So you don't come to him and start saying like, I want to be locked down with you.
Exactly.
Like Ronnie knows what he's doing.
He keeps it loose.
Exactly. He's loosey goose. You know.
So it's nighttime. Curtis and Ekin come back. They tell everyone the date was great. They shared a kiss. Curtis is only worried because of his past experience in Casa Amor and meeting another girl, and the girl he thought was for him wasn't actually the one for him. So he's just worried about maybe a rendition of that happening during All Stars. And I think you're right. I think Curtis is giving us breadcrumbs of where his head is at.
Yeah.
Even though he's like kissing and enjoying Ekin and all these types of things, he does have concerns. The thing about it moving too fast, I think that might be a red flag for him. And also the thing about maybe she's not necessarily the one for me. Even though they aren't closed down completely, I can't see Curtis really locking it down with Ekin because I feel like they don't know each other well enough. I feel like it's still very early days.
Yeah. So, in the comments below, I need y'all friends. Tell me what happened in Casa Amor with Curtis, right? In detail, right? I heard what he said, but I need to know specifics because this brings me back to a comment somebody said when we first started the season, to where they said that we shouldn't trust Curtis either because Curtis broke someone's heart. And Curtis can sometimes be a shapeshifter too. Like basically, like he can play the game, act like he's into you, and then at the end of the day, as he kind of gave us a little bit of what he did, I want some details so I can learn about Curtis. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Because if that's the case, I think I might like them together.
Okay.
because they may self-implode.
Maybe.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? I want to see that at least. You get what I'm saying?
We see Tina and Scott share their first kisses.
There we go. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah. I'm kind of seeing it for them. It seems like they're at an easy pace, and I think they're just enjoying each other. And it's not that fiery spark, and it's also not as serious as his relationship with India. Yeah. But I think it's just kind of like just kind of like a crush type situation happening.
Who is the more likable one in the relationship?
I think they both are. I enjoy them both.
Tina too?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Elma, Ron, and Ekin. So Ekin is just in the middle of them.
Why?
Just there.
Yeah. Curtis went to go use the bathroom somewhere. You know?
Elma tells Ron that he made her feel bad. He told her how she should be doing things. She doesn't think it's fair from him. Everyone's experience here is different, and they don't know each other for him to put his opinion on her.
Okay.
Ron apologizes for making her feel that way. Elma thinks that he was stirring the pot. He tells her that wasn't his intention. He is unapologetically himself, but it does get him in mess sometimes. And Ekin is like, we just want to know your reasoning. Ron says, you know what? I'm just going to take it on the chin. Maybe it was bad timing. I apologize.
Translation: only I can stir the pot in this villa.
Exactly.
Okay. That's basically what Ekin. Now, granted, it's so funny because with other bombshells, she said, you're a bombshell to bombshell to bombshell. From bombshell to bombshell. She's like, hey, you got to make your mark. You got to take what you want. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to give you what you want. Be strong. And now with Ron, she's like, why are you moving like that? It's like, now it's no more from bombshell to bombshell. You get what I'm saying? It's more like, what's your reasoning? Don't do that no more. I carry the big spoon in this villa. Listen here, man. If Curtis the type, based on what y'all tell me, that he implodes and Ekin end up catching that and then it ruins her plan, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
So Scott gets a text.
Yeah.
Ron and Grace have to choose who they are stealing. Ron decides to choose Kaz. Grace decides to steal Luca.
Yeah.
And they are both excited. Elma was taking a picture of Luca like it was his first day in school. But I will say it was very cute. I'm happy to see them in couples to where there could be some type of romantic aspect. So I wish them both well.
Listen here, I ain't gonna hold you. Even though you're not a fan of Luca, and I know you said you don't want to make it seem like you picking on Luca. She's picking on Luca, right?
It's just not fun to watch. It's kind of annoying.
You had to at least chuckle when they put out their phones and took a picture of them, and he was like. That was funny.
That was
like
really
come on now, come on, Blair. Like that had to soften your heart a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You should have Ronnie out there in the crowd. You know what I mean? It's like they cheering for the boy. You get what I'm saying?
And I'm cheering for the boy too.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Listen, I feel like this episode was good. I feel like we getting our rhythm back. We are giving that feeling of old Love Island. I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. I need the comments because I don't want y'all watching in the shadows and things of that nature. Nobody, listen, it's not a crime to watch us. You get what I'm saying? Let us know you're there. Let us know you're watching so we can interact with y'all. And we see y'all tomorrow. Anything else?
That's it.
Y'all be good.
Bye.